know you got.
The launch of Kling 3.0 and its ultra-powerful sibling, Kling 3.0 Omni, marks the transition from AI video generators to AI world simulators. This isn't just an incremental update from version 2.6, it is a fundamental re-architecture of how an AI understands time, space, and sound. In this deep dive, we are exploring the 6 pillars of the Kling 3.0 revolution: the unified multimodal workflow, the AI director and multi-shot generation, Omni-native audio, the element consistency lock, high-fidelity text rendering, the 15-second action logic. To understand why Kling 3.0 feels so different, we have to look under the hood at its training framework. You can access this model inside Higgsfield AI, the best tool currently on the market. In previous versions, text-to-video and image-to-video were often treated as separate modes. Kling 3.0 introduces a unified multimodal workflow based on what the researchers call MVL, or multimodal visual language. Instead of having separate modules that talk to each other, Kling 3.0 is trained on a single massive neural backbone where text, images, and video references are processed in a shared embedding space. Why does this matter for you? In traditional models, if you gave it a prompt like a man walking through a neon city, the AI had to imagine the city from scratch. If you then tried to modify that video by saying make it raining, the model would often regenerate a completely different city. With the unified 3.0 model, the AI treats your instructions as transformations rather than replacements. Because it supports video content add remove and reference to video natively, the model understands the underlying geometry of your scene. You can now take a generated clip and tell the model to add a red car in the background or change the character's jacket to leather, and the 3.0 architecture maintains the lighting, the camera path, and the world logic with surgical precision. It isn't just generating pixels, it's manipulating a 3D world that it has mathematically constructed within its latent space. Perhaps the most film industry disrupting feature of Kling 3.0 is the AI director. Historically, AI video was a one-clip-at-a-time game. You generate a 5-second shot of a hero looking at a dragon, then you try to generate a shot of the dragon looking back. Usually the dragon in the second shot looked nothing like the dragon in the first. Kling 3.0 solves this through native multi-shot generation. Inside the Higgsfield interface, you can now toggle the AI director mode. When you provide a narrative prompt, say a tense standoff in a desert, Kling 3.0 doesn't just give you one long shot. It understands cinematic grammar. It will automatically generate a sequence of shots. The model manages the scene flow, shot sizes, and camera positions automatically. It knows that a shot reverse shot requires the camera to jump across the 180-degree line correctly. It handles transitions, like cuts, pans, and dollies, as part of a single narrative thread. This effectively eliminates 80% of the manual labor in the editing room. You aren't just a prompter anymore. You are a director giving high-level notes to an AI production crew that understands the visual language of cinema. Let's talk about the Omni in Kling 3.0 Omni. One of the biggest immersion breakers in AI video has always been the uncanny valley of the mouth. Even with external lip sync tools, the movement often felt pasted on. Kling 3.0 introduces Omni-native audio. This is not an afterthought. The audio is co-generated with the video. When you input dialogue, the model doesn't just move the lips to match the vowels. It understands the emotional weight of the words. If a character is whispering, the facial muscles around the eyes and jaw reflect that tension. If they are shouting in a dialect, and yes, Kling 3.0 now supports native dialects and accents across English, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Spanish, the model adjusts the micro-expressions to match the linguistic rhythm. This native integration allows for character-level speaking control. You can assign specific voices to specific characters within a multi-character scene. Because the audio is native to the model, environmental sounds are also smarter. If a character is speaking next to a waterfall, the model understands the acoustic relationship between the voice and the background noise. This is the death of the silent movie era of AI. We've all seen it. An AI-generated person walks behind a tree and comes out as a completely different person, or a character's glasses disappear halfway through a zoom-in. Kling 3.0's enhanced element consistency, specifically in the image-to-video and reference-to-video modes, acts like a visual lock. The model uses a new temporal reference mechanism. When you start a generation with a reference image, say a character you created in Higgsfield's Nano Banana, the model creates a latent mask of that character's key traits, the exact pattern of their shirt, the scar over their eye, the specific texture of their hair. As the camera pans, dollies, or circles the character, the 3.0 engine constantly cross-references these traits against the original anchor. This results in zero drift movement. You can finally perform complex 360-degree orbital shots around a character without their face melting or their clothes changing color. This level of consistency is what makes Kling 3.0 production ready for television and advertising, where brand mascots and protagonists must remain identical across every frame. For years, AI couldn't spell. Signs in AI videos looked like alien hieroglyphics. Kling 3.0 has overhauled its native-level text rendering. This is a massive win for e-commerce and marketing creators. If you need a character to walk past a storefront that says Higgsfield Cave in a specific font, Kling 3.0 can render that text with perfect structural integrity. It isn't just about static text either. The model understands how text should warp with perspective. As the camera moves, the letters on a sign or a t-shirt deform realistically according to the 3D geometry of the scene. No more more flickering letters, no more blurred information. This allows for native subtitling, accurate brand logos, and environmental storytelling that was previously impossible without heavy post-production. Finally, we have to address the 15-second generation window. In AI video, time is the enemy of logic. The longer a video goes, the more likely the physics of the world are to break. Objects usually start floating, or people grow extra limbs. Kling 3.0 has expanded the narrative buffer to 15 seconds of continuous, high-fidelity motion. But it's not just about the length, it's about the action logic. Because the model is trained on a world simulator architecture, it understands cause and effect over longer periods. If a character picks up a glass, drinks from it, and sets it back down, Kling 3.0 maintains the object permanence of the glass throughout the entire 15-second sequence. It understands that the liquid level should be lower after the sip. It understands that the character's hand should have a weight and a grip. This action logic allows for complex storytelling, short films, commercial beats, and social media narratives that feel like they were captured by a real camera, not just dreamed up by a computer. Kling 3.0 represents more than just an upgrade. It is the moment AI video becomes a professional tool rather than a toy. With unified workflows, native audio, and the AI director guiding your multi-shot sequences, the barrier between a great idea and a cinematic masterpiece has never been thinner. And remember, the most powerful version of this technology is waiting for you right now on Higgsfield AI. It is the cheapest, fastest, and most intuitive home for the Kling 3.0 model series. The era of fragmented tools is over. The era of the AI director has begun.